Hey everyone, welcome on back to Minecraft. So, in between now and last time, did some research, found out you make purple, lapis, and rose red. I guarantee I will forget that so fast. Anyways, let's make our purple glass. I'm sure you know where this is going. Okay, so let's go out and let's make the 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go out and let's make just let's let's do the frame of what's going on. We can just make a quick frame, get it all figured out, and we can make it look all pretty. Because, that's the most important part of Minecraft is making things look pretty. And if anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying. Boop, 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 boo. No, let's go up with these. Doop, 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 doo. And up we go. Okay, so if you didn't know, if you put this on top of a thingy, it turns it. You've put glass on top of whatever it's called, a beacon. The beacon's beam will turn whatever color the glass is. So for instance, if you have a want for purple beacon, then you can have a purple beacon. Best feature of Minecraft right there. Okay, so now I kind of want, this is something that's actually isn't in my test world. I kind of want to make it so that what is it called? The beacon is almost like because of the flashing and the messed up textures there because the beacon's going through the we'll go sleep in a second, even though I just started the episode and I should have slept. I apologize for that. I want to make it seem as if we're protecting the beacon from creepers. I would say from those who don't understand the power of a beacon, but then I realized that I'm alone on this. So, from myself. I do need to protect things for myself, though. The amount of times that I've accidentally destroyed what I'm working on because I'm not paying attention is enormous. Absolutely ginormous. And it's terrible. It's terrible. The amount of times I've had to start something over just because Oopsies. Is there one in the middle there? The amount of times I've done that, what I just did right there. Okay, let's do that. I apologize if you can hear anything in the background. Someone is watching, my sister actually is watching Star Wars right now. So, and it's really loud. And, I'm pretty sure she's doing it to get on my nerves. I mean, I love Star Wars, but I'm in the mood to record right now. Okay, so let's go and sleep this terrible night off. What a terrible night to have a curse. Bleh. Castlevania. Okay, anywho. The Beaconator. It's like the Baconator, but not Wendy's. Okay, so let's chuck the stuff that we don't need anymore away, just so I don't clog up what I have. Okay, so now let's do the frame part of it, the part where it's the actual frame outside of it, not just the make it all pretty and purple, because that does make me happy, but we've got more to do. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you might be noticing something different. You might be saying, "What? How everything is made out of dark oak? What are you doing? You crazy madman! You're insane." But I promise you, I'm only partially insane, and I do have a plan for this. 1, 2, boop. 1, 2, 3, boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boop. I think that's how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boop. 1, 2, 3, boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boop. So when I was building this, I started out with, you guys are actually, I think, are gonna like what I'm doing. I'm just trying to stay away from the, as soon as I say that, somebody putting down a bunch of brick. So this is kind of ironic, but I am trying to stay away, to the best of my ability, from using an absolute ton of, I'm gonna have to go get more acacia. From using an absolute ton of dark oak, using dark oak and brick as my only building materials. I'm really tired of doing that, and just doing that. And if you've been watching this series for long enough, you'll know that almost everything I've built has that in it. And as I'm placing down brick, um, yeah, I am very hypocritical. Okay, so we're going to need some stone bricks, and we're going to need some more acacia wood, which I don't have, but we need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we're going to need 8 pieces of acacia, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll go harvest some in between now and next time. I know we're not going to be able to finish this thing off this time, so I will have time to go get what I need. What was I getting again? Oh, yes, stone bricks. See, that's something I need to tackle. I walked in and I got confused. Okay, so we're gonna need, this is giving away a little bit. We're gonna need a lot of wool. So I'm gonna go probably collect 3 or 4 stacks of it and just run around and shear every sheep that I find. And see how that goes. Okay, and then we're also going to need to, ooh. Did I seriously get that lucky? I think I got that lucky. Wow. So if I were to cut out the ground here, right where I'm standing, I would fall through because that is where the beacon, the beacon iron blocks are that I put in. And then also we're gonna be putting a lever on top of here just because you'll see why in a second, why I'm not doing my normal thing. I decided to experiment a bit and ended up with things being a little more exposed than I wanted. So I had to compromise. I don't want it that way. I want it. I guess I have no choice. Okay. I had to. Oh, so I need 2, 4, 5. I do have enough. I do have enough. I do have enough. Yay. But I will need to go get wool because, you know, I also don't really use wool in my build, so it should be fun using a block that I never use for once. So we just got to steal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be enough to finish everything off. We don't need this anymore, but we will need this. Okay, so I guess we'll just put in as much of these panes as we can. What we're gonna need is a ton of these, though. Let's go make a like 2 stacks of it, maybe. That should be somewhat of a okay amount. Okay, so this is kind of a random question for any of you who have been watching. Do you know or do you enjoy Speed Racer? I'm not talking about the 2008 movie. I can get into that, but I will not because I have a very differing opinion from everyone else on this planet. Anyways, Speed Racer is awesome. I'm just going to put that out there. I love it. The 60s, I'm an idiot. I am a huge idiot. The 60s cartoon show. I think the name of it is Mach Go Go, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe. I'll have to look that up. Anyways, the 60s TV show. That actually, the whole reason because this is I came across on Facebook of someone ranting about the 2008 Speed Racer movie and how absolutely trash it was. So I decided to give it a rewatch, and I mean, epilepsy and all that ensues. But the one thing I can say is I wish it was better executed, that movie. Oh god, I said I wasn't going to get into it, but I'm getting into it. Who cares? Who cares? Throw caution to the wind. That movie had the same feel as the show that I love. And so I enjoyed the movie. But for someone who didn't grow up with that and someone who didn't talk about it constantly and didn't in every single little sketchbook or free piece of paper that I've found from when I was little, it had a bunch of Mach 5s drawn in it with all the little gadgets and stuff that Speed uses with the jump jacks and the saws and with the everything with the cover and trying to find ways of making little new gadgets for the car and Anyway, it's why I like cars basically is because of Speed Racer, and the movie. It is a steaming pile of something, but what? But the one thing I will say that is a positive about it is that it very well captures the spirit of Speed Racer. And it's about 100, this movie is if you haven't seen it, it's about 100% green screened. The acting is, I don't want to talk about it. And the script is, it's okay, it's not the best. But it has two amazing parts to the movie. And actually, one of my biggest issues with the movie is that you only see the Mach 5 in one race, and that's the Casa Cristo. But something that I did enjoy was the last race was well done. It very sucked you in. And I mean, this is also talking from, I have a huge bias towards Speed Racer. I love everything to do with Speed Racer. And I'm not kidding. I guess it's funny because it's so old. And I mean, my father actually has a had the little comic books for ages, and I stumbled across them when I was little and learning to read, so I just read them over and over and over and over and over again. So I mean, I love Speed Racer. Speed Racer is a definite part of my childhood, and it is something that I love. And so watching this movie, I mean, I basically did everything in my head to justify this movie. Everything. But something that I noticed was interesting about this movie. Something caught my attention at the end of the movie. I also really enjoy animation. I love looking at it. I love pretty animation. So something like, I love Studio Ghibli. Their stuff is beautiful. Their music's amazing. I love the Disney stuff. I love the Pixar stuff. I like stuff. Anyways, I should have put that in here, but whatever. I know. I love that kind of stuff. So something I noticed when I was watching that movie is that, where are my ender pearls? Here we go. Is that movie satisfied a lot of the things that I look for in an animation. So before you say, what are you talking about? You're crazy. What are you on? You're insane. You madman. Give me a second. So it's very flashy. It's very, 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 I mean, colors everywhere. It's like someone puked over the screen with the color palette, honestly. But still, regardless of that, it has, yep, see, there we go. That's what I was talking about. Despite all of that, it still has, it has a feeling that a lot of love and care is put into it. Yeah, I mean, yes, I'm pretty sure that movie close to killed a couple people because of how flashy it was. But at the same time, I mean, okay, so the original show, if you want to get into the original show isn't as flashy. I mean, I watched the dub version, the 60s dub version, and the dub, it is the epitome of a terrible, it's amazingly terrible. I mean, the characters say something and then the mouth moves 20 seconds later type of thing. But I guess that's part of that's part of what I liked and part of what I'm used to. It's part of what I remember and what I think of when I think of Speed Racer. I think of the voices, and I think of the tapping, and I think of the jumping sound. I think of the sound of the Mach 5, all of that stuff. And I mean, just watching this terrible movie, I mean, I wouldn't say it's completely terrible. It has some great moments in it. But watching this movie, definitely, it's one of those things where it brought back a lot of memories, and I kind of want to go back and watch the show again. Anyways, that's enough of me rambling. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time when we will, we'll go as far as we can into getting all that finished up. Hopefully we can finish it. I will go and collect myself a whole ton of, whatchamacallits, a whole ton of wool in between now and next time. And then we will, yeah, do as much as we can. I also need to go get some bricks. I will do both of those. I will get bricks and I will get wool. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.